Welcome back, you beautiful bastards, to another episode of Booze and News. As always, these stories are 100% real, and the links will be posted in the description. Now, before we get started, let's get into a little sippy Susan there. First up, we have food news. Food news. McDonald's new Chicken Big Mac comes to Canada. While rival Burger King uses its famed Whopper as a platform to launch all sorts of products, McDonald's has been very protective of the Big Mac. McDonald's actually created the Big Mac as an answer to the incredible popularity of Big Mac's iconic Whopper. The unique sandwich with its famed middle bun actually hit the chain's menu in 1967, a full decade after Burger King became the home of the Whopper. The Big Mac was actually created by Jim Delegati, a McDonald's franchise owner in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. It became a nationwide menu staple about a year after its creation and has gone on to arguably be the best-known sandwich around the world. The Chicken Big Mac, however, has only made a cameo in the US as it was briefly tested in some Miami locations last summer. Now, the new take on the classic sandwich will be joining the chain's menu in Canada beginning March 7th. Available for a limited time, the Chicken Big Mac is basically a Big Mac but with crispy fried seasoned chicken patties in place of beef patties. Alright, look. It took you guys an entire marketing team and probably a lot of time to just figure out to take a Big Mac and replace it with chicken patties? Like, that's what you guys came up with? All your minds together, that's what you came up with. Wow. As someone who actually thinks McDonald's is trash, I still enjoy the French fries, and I do love a Big Mac from time to time. But this looks and sounds fucking disgusting. Who wants a nasty-ass chicken patty? First of all, you guys' chicken patties aren't even good. The one time you had real chicken... My cat's playing with the damn paper over there. It's good stuff, bud. The one time you guys had real chicken was with the buttermilk chicken strips. And people loved them, and then you guys decided not to sell them anymore. Like, oh, people love this, let's not sell it. That is literally the opposite of what a business is supposed to do. But here's what you guys need to do. Look at this. Watch this. No marketing team at all. Breakfast Big Mac. Check it out. Bun. Beef patty. Egg. Then you've got a hash brown in between for your third bun. Then you've got a sausage patty. Bacon on top. Bam! Right there. Breakfast Big Mac. You're welcome. Both of those ideas were better than this shit. And it didn't take a marketing team or any money. You're welcome. In more food news, a complete jackass is suing Buffalo Wild Wings over their boneless wings. Atlanta-based restaurant chain Buffalo Wild Wings had a hilarious response to a class action lawsuit that claims their boneless wings are chicken nuggets. The popular sports bar chain appeared to agree in a tweet on Monday. It's true. Our boneless wings are all white meat chicken. Our hamburgers contain no ham. Our buffalo wings are 0% buffalo. The company tweeted Monday afternoon. It's actually pretty funny. The man who filed the lawsuit, Ayman Halim, said in the complaint that the company is falsely advertising one of its products. He claims that he purchased boneless wings from a location in Illinois earlier this year, saying he thought they were made of 100% wing meat. But instead of being deboned chicken wings, they were made of a composite of various chicken meat. If he would have known, he would have not paid as much as he did or have purchased them at all. This guy's a complete fucking jackass. You're suing Buffalo Wild Wings because you claim to think that their fucking boneless wings were actually wings. Like they just deboned them? That's not even a thing, dude. Have you ever tried to debone a fucking chicken wing? You just have scraps of chicken left over. No one actually thinks that fucking boneless wings are real wings. This guy's a moron. He's just trying to get money. What they need to do is they need to countersue these assholes when they do this shit and just sue the fuck out of them so people stop doing this shit. You had the fucking McDonald's coffee spilling lady. You got this jackass. You had the person suing Subway about the tuna. Like, dude, if you want quality ingredients, stop going to places like this. The fuck is wrong with these people? Bunch of idiots. Moving on to national news. Cops quit woke Austin, Texas in droves, plunging city into crisis. Texas's woke capital, Austin, is in the midst of a policing crisis with over 300 vacancies and cops quitting because they feel disrespected, multiple sources tell the Post. We are right there with Portland and Seattle and San Francisco as being one of those places where if you are at all conservative or in law enforcement, it's become a hostile place. Lieutenant Brian Moon, who retired last month, told the Post of the city he's protected for 23 years. Another 77 officers are expected to retire before the end of March, on top of 264 existing vacancies, according to the Austin Police Association. Austin Police Department staffing is so bad, 911 calls are being redirected to the 311 non-emergency number because there aren't enough cops to solve crimes. In 2020, the city council voted to defund cops by $150 million, slashing their budget by a third in the months after protests over the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis at the hands of police, which sparked protests and clashes with the cops in Austin. Elected officials also nixed 3 cadet classes and cut 150 officers from the budget. In 2021, the city recorded a record 88 homicides, and although that number decreased in 2022, the first 6 months of the year saw dramatic increases in the number of rapes, with 179, and almost 2,000 aggravated assaults, according to the local news site KAXN. Wow. Who would have ever thought that defunding and demoralizing your police department would have a negative impact on your society and crime? I'm fucking shocked. Moving on to local Sacramento area news. A youth drag show canceled in Roseville after community uproar. Last summer, the Landing Spot hosted its first ever summer camp for queer youth, and in 2 previous years, held a youth drag show to raise money for that camp. That's why this year they looked for a bigger venue and found the Roseville High School Theater, which community groups are able to rent outside of regular school hours for things like dance recitals and church services, which is right up there with youth drag shows. But then, some community members learned the Landing Spot planned on holding a drag show on the school campus. The district ultimately decided to revoke the Landing Spot's permit to hold the event, telling ABC 10 in a statement they received numerous complaints causing significant disruption to the district's daily operations. Additionally, there were concerns as to potential threats to the safety of students and staff. Furthermore, the district statement said the Landing Spot did not accurately describe the type of fundraising event they planned. Once clarified as a drag show event involving minor students, an administrative review determined the event did not comply with board policy and Administrative Regulation 1330, adding that the district still appreciates the Landing Spot's ongoing support provided to various students and families within the Roseville Joint Union High School District. Alright, this is obviously a touchy subject, so I'm not going to get too far into this. But here's a couple things. First of all, why? Why do these grown-ass dudes that dress up as women want to be around kids so much? And why are parents okay with this? I personally do not have children, but if I did have children, there's a lot of types of people I would not let around my kids. And grown-ass dudes that dress up for women and dance and gyrate in front of other people for acceptance is definitely on that list. Right up there with Mormons and fucking LeBron James fans. So, alright, before we wrap things up, we have the LeVar Burton moment, where I drop some knowledge upon you. Now, today's LeVar Burton moment comes in the form of a phrase, and that phrase is the Manhattan Flapjack. Think about that for a second. You determine what you think the Manhattan Flapjack might be, and we'll get right into this. All right. What is the Manhattan Flapjack? Is it a wrestling move? Did someone get hit by a car in New York? Is it a food? I don't know, but we're going to find out. A Manhattan Flapjack starts with a woman lying on a bed. She is completely naked and smoking a cigarette. Classy. This bed is in the middle of an empty gymnasium. The door furthest from her opens and a man lying on a stretcher uses canoe oars to push himself in. Stacked on his erect penis are pancakes with the works. Syrup, butter, the works. The woman must at this point yell, "Taxi! Taxi!" The man pushes himself toward the bed, and at about 20 feet, the woman must, in one move, jump and mount the man in the stretcher. The two must begin to have sex in the pancakes while the stretcher never stops moving around the gym. Here's an example. Did you hear about Jim? He and his girlfriend did the Manhattan Flapjack. They are gods. Good job, Lunchbox Panda. Good job. And thank you for that insightful information. Now, for those of you that need to spice up your love life, and you can afford to rent a gymnasium, and you like to have, syrup, butter, and pancakes mashed up in your downstairs bits, give the Manhattan Flapjack a try. Why not? As always, thank you so much for joining us. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like, tell all your friends the good word. And as always, cheers.